Welcome to Blake Street Banter, where one of us knows what the word banter means. The other one's just along for the ride. We are joined by family of the pod now, Zach Kokoska. What up, big dog?
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming back on. There's a whole bunch of questions I want to talk to you about because you are having quite a start to the season, and I think it's got to be talked about, and we'll do it for you. We'll help you. We'll do the talking for you. But before we get into all of that, I got to know about this home run celebration that you all have in Spokane. Like, how did the mini Yoda stuffy come about?
Well, it's been evolving actually. So it started with Amador. He brought a baby Yoda with him when we got here after spring training,
Okay.
and it started with that because Clint Hurdle was here a couple weeks ago, and he said we needed a home run celebration. So we did the baby Yoda, and now it's evolved into Amador brought in a cowboy hat that lights up and a giant dollar sign chain that's like bedazzled. So now it's hat on, light on, chain on, baby Yoda, and then the rest of the team takes pictures of you while
That's
you're walking in the dugout.
that's awesome. I haven't seen that one. Is that one new? Like this week?
Yeah, it started 2 days ago.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. It's more fun. Did you see the one in Albuquerque?
The gas mask
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that looks kind of cool.
Yeah, the ode to Breaking Bad in the lab and that kind of stuff. I don't think the goats have one. Not sure what Fresno had something. I don't remember what they have. Did you guys have a celebration in Fresno last year?
We had the cowboy hat for a short period, but
Yeah.
we ended it because we need something a little more creative.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it's fun. Like it's fun to see the home run celebrations. There's been a lot of talk that the Rockies need a home run celebration. So I think they need to talk to you all in Spokane and Albuquerque and try to figure that out. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. So would you say that is the reason for all the dongs being hit in Spokane between you, Beck, Yankel, Amador, yeah, Amador, Sterling when he was there, Braxton? Like you guys have been just going ham lately.
Yeah, I think it's just our team's just really talented. I mean, we just really know how to swing the bat. Honestly, throughout the entire organization, we just have dudes who can just swing it. But our team, especially, I mean, it's crazy, compared to last year to this year. I mean, all of us have so many more home runs, and we're just slugging the heck out of the ball. It's just been really good.
Yeah, and I mean you've hit quite a bit, but it is definitely a whole team thing, like just extending. Um, what would you say for you specifically? Where did this power come from? Because you're at 11 doubles, 11 home runs so far this year, and that's pretty safe to say that you're on pace to surpass all those numbers last year. Um, what would you say is what's some of the work that you've been putting in to get you to that point?
Well, I would say the biggest thing is I went back to hitting how I normally hit from like college and everything like that. Last year, for about three-quarters of the season, I was experimenting with like a new type of swing to
Okay.
add some more power, but it made me miss hit a lot of balls. But since I went back to hitting the way I know how to hit, it's been a lot better, and I feel a lot more comfortable that way.
Okay. What was some of the thing that you're trying to do last year? Like what's just one thing that didn't work for you?
I had an open stance, so my body was like almost pretty much facing the pitcher when I was hitting.
Okay.
And the reason I did that is because it adds a lot more whip and acceleration into your swing.
Yeah.
But it's hard to consistently barrel up different pitches swinging like that. So I went back to sacrificing a little bit of power just to hit more comfortable and be more barrel accurate. And power numbers are there. So um, I guess that's probably the best way for me to hit.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna make contact, just a good swing is almost better than trying to create the pop when you already naturally have it coming in. I was low key hoping that you tell me you just like did 20 push-ups each day in the off season, and like if you can do it, anybody can do it. But no, you're just really good at hitting. And that's one thing that we've always said about you. It's you're just a hitter. Like you had that walk off in the beginning of last year. You've big game Coco, like you've had big moments and you've just always hit. And so like it's it's sweet to see you come around and find that swing and take you back to Kansas State, and it's cool to see. So super pumped for you. And yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that.
Cool.
um yeah, and you have this power, but you're also, I'm saying, first in the league in average. Like you're not sacrificing average for power. Like you're still, I was looking at the list, like you're first with anybody that's played 21 games or higher, and you're like what, 37, 34 games. So like, and your walk rate's good, your strikeouts low, like you are just hitting. Would you say there's some maturity with that too, or is it just going back to the fundamentals?
I would say most of it is going back to the fundamentals. Last year, I guess I would say I didn't have a bad season, I don't think, but I definitely didn't have the season that I know I should have. Um, I think last year I was caught guessing a lot with trying to like be too fine with approaches and
Mm-hmm.
trying to hit the ball a certain way and trying to hit it to different parts of the field. But this year, I think the biggest difference is I'm just trying to be as relaxed as possible and just do damage out front at the plate. And I think hitting that way makes your mind a lot more calm and helps you just slow the game down a little bit. And you kind of just let yourself go and just do what you know how to do.
Yeah, just go out and be a ball player. Sometimes you do
Mhm.
just have to simplify it all, and finding that. That's awesome. Um, so like along with that, you're also learning a whole new position. I went back and looked at all your records at Kansas State and Fresno and ACL. You've never played first base before this year. um,
No, no.
let's talk a little bit about that. How did you figure out which glove you wanted? Did somebody just hand you off one of their old ones, or did you go into it? Like, how did this whole conversation? How did this whole bit? We're gonna put you at first base come about.
Well, obviously, I mean, our outfielders in this organization are absolutely stacked. So I was kind of smart enough to realize towards the end of the season last year, especially like after the draft, I was like, all these prospect outfielders are going to be in high A along with me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if I want to play, I need to give myself more options because I mean, four of our outfielders are top 30 prospects, and it's those guys are going to play 5 days a week no matter
Yeah.
what. And I didn't want to play 1 or 2 games a week, so I was like, what else is there I can do? And I was like, I could DH or I could play first base because that's the only thing you can do as a lefty. And I played it when I was a kid, so I was like, oh, I mean, it can't be too hard. So I went to our director of player development. I asked if I could learn first base over the off season, and he
Okay.
said, "Yeah, that'd be good. I could give you more options." And I got here, and I've been playing well there, and I feel comfortable there. So I think it's just a really smart thing that I decided to go that route because if I stayed an outfielder only, I don't know if I'd be having nearly as much playing as time as what I'm having now.
Yeah, and that's no offense to you. Like you're just surrounded by dogs. Like
That's just
Yankiel,
the reality of the
yeah.
situation. Yeah.
Like it just, you like you said, you have quite a list of outfielders that you're out there with. So it's sweet that you like noticed it and advocated for yourself. Like I never know how that goes about. Sometimes we wonder like, is it the organization doing it? Is the player doing it? But you looking ahead and doing that, that's really cool. And so
Yeah,
far so good.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, the way I mean professional baseball works is just like if uh if you're a prospect and you have a lot of money invested into a player, um, performance isn't really gonna put you in the lineup as much. I mean, you got to get something out of your investment. So those guys are gonna play
Mm-hmm.
regardless. So I mean, I didn't get drafted low, but I didn't get drafted extremely high. So I realized, to get myself in that lineup, I need to obviously perform, but I need to also give myself more options, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it is a business, like you said, and that's just the harsh reality about it. Like, again, there's no knock to you, it's no knock to the other guys. It just is what it is. It's
Hmm.
it's hard. Like, when did you kind of wrap your mind around that idea of it? Like, you're a player, you're playing a game, but like on that, like you just said, it's got to be kind of hard to understand, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they say you learn something new in pro ball every day, which I think is definitely true. I mean,
Yeah.
when I first got drafted, I didn't even really know how pro ball works at all, you know, because your whole life you always are kind of taught like performance gets you in the lineup, especially in college and everything like that.
Mhm.
But you got to pro ball, and I was like, and at first I wasn't really playing a ton. I was like, why aren't I playing a ton? You know, I performed well, all this different stuff, and
Right.
then you just come to learn that guys who get all the money are going to play, and pretty much guys who don't get a lot of money, they'll pretty much the only way they make it to the top is you just have to ball out. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like, we're huge Coco Montes fans. He's a friend of the pod, and he's kind of in that same boat. Never been a top 30 guy, but what he's doing in Albuquerque should be putting the front office on notice. And he's got to, it feels like he's got to work a little bit harder. Like Hunter Stovall, I love that dude. He's a dog too. And it's like, I, the performing, you got to go, but then you realize that other piece of it. But we'll get past that. What about the jerseys? So Spokane has quite a bit of fun jerseys. Fresno has some jerseys. Which club has the better overall jersey game?
Between us and Fresno,
Yeah,
I think we got them a
you
little
got them.
bit.
Yeah.
Fresno had a ton of different jersey options, like tons of promotions, stuff like that, and they have some really cool jerseys. But I think overall, just the look of our main ones
Mm-hmm.
and the comfort of them are a little bit better than Fresno.
The
Like
comfort.
our light red jerseys and our red band trout jerseys are just super light and comfortable. And I think they, even though it's a pretty intricate design, I think it just looks kind of cool.
Yeah, they are clean. Like, when we
Yeah.
get to watch Spokane, they are clean. It's like, all right, we can get on board. I love the Ribby jerseys, the red band jerseys, like you said. I got the fly together hat. Those are fun, dark blue ones that they got up there. All right, and last question, then we'll let you go. So I saw on your Instagram in the off season you were being all cutesies and stuff and doing the TikTok type vibes. Um, how was your road trip through? It was Idaho, somewhere in the Northeast.
Oof.
I
Which
want to
one
say
are
it
you talking?
was it Utah?
I was in Idaho.
Okay.
Oh, wait, when I was in Freak Alley
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Idaho with all the spray paint
yeah, yeah,
designs
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That
Yeah,
one.
that's all. That place is awesome. So my girlfriend lives. Oh, she's from Boise.
Okay.
Uh, she's actually living here with me right now. But yeah, I went and visited her for a week up in Boise, and she showed me around, and it's a really cool area. I never even really thought Boise existed before I
It's just a
visited there.
place.
Yeah, but I got there and I was like, wow, this is actually like kind of a big city, like almost yeah, like it really surprised me, and there's stuff to do, and it's a really beautiful area. So I liked it a lot. It was cool.
It's a little bit bigger than Manhattan.
Oh,
Probably
way
quite a
bigger
bit
than
bigger.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a terrible question. All right, I take that back. Like, thinking back of Manhattan, yeah, it's a small town. Yeah, that was fun. I was a little worried. I was like, all right, is Coco going? Is he going to go be an influencer? Is he done playing baseball? But it's good to see you came back, and you came back hot. Um, I appreciate you jumping on. Keep raking, keep grinding, and when we can watch you all, we are definitely tuning in.
All
Um,
right. Awesome.
go do your. Thank you for watching and listening. Please check out our link tree for more content.